Because it's about to get really rough on this planet. Man can bring tribulation upon himself, such as Fukushima and these wars. This particular war, though, will be influenced by the spirits of devils. And these spirits of the devil have emerged, and they have possessed the kings of the earth. That's telling us, we know that there are three different entities: the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet, all working together. But what have they done? They've released spirits. For they are the spirit of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto whom? The kings of the earth. We call them prime ministers and presidents. War is going to come up into this situation, and blood will be spilled. But the end of the war will be won by God Almighty. And that's a good thing to know. We don't know the hour. We don't know the time. We see events rapidly advancing with the attack on Syria. And when I say these spirits of the devil working miracles go forth into the kings of the earth, I'm talking about pure possession. This knowledge is true. There's leaders of the world now that are not themselves. It has happened very quickly. And what are these unclean spirits doing? They gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon, the valley of Megiddo. Evil spirits have gone forth to the kings that we have elected and taken over, some from inside their own families. Things are happening very fast. The evil spirits have entered, they've taken over, and regardless of what the people wanted and the outcome of this, it was all planned and predestined a long time ago, and we have to deal with that. But the evil spirits have entered. They are controlling the kings. They are leading to the destruction in this great time of the battle of Almighty. God is in control. He's going to let Satan play his hand through his evil spirits.
I stand before you today and I tell you I am convinced, I am 100% convinced that Jared Kushner is the Antichrist. What kind of sick family looks for the number 666 and buys the building specifically for the number of the address? What kind of family looks to numbers to worship Satan? What kind of family? What kind of man? He's not a man. I tell you, this is the Antichrist. This may be Satan himself. Walks on earth. The devil walks among us. You've heard of the season of sacrifice. Here we are in April. We are in the season of sacrifice for the devil worshipers. This man is Satan walking among us. He is the Antichrist. He convinced Donald Trump to fire Steve Bannon. And now, on April 6th, the same day that we entered World War I, and who was it that convinced America to go into World War I? Yes, the Zionists. The Zionists convinced America and the president to go into World War I. Look it up. The Zionists convinced England to stay in the war with Germany. Germany was defeating England in World War I. But the Zionists went up to England and say, stay in the war because we are going to get America to join you, All we ask you to do is promise to give us Palestine when you win. That's what Zionists did in World War I. They convinced England to stay in the war when they were getting their ass kicked. And England said, okay, you convince America to go into the war with your TV and media empire. You convince America to come into war, and when we win, we will give you Palestine. That was the reason why we went to World War I. And here we are on April 6th, 2017. And Jared Kushner has convinced Donald Trump to attack Syria with 60, if you believe mainstream media, they said that Donald Trump attacked Syria with 60 tomahawk missiles. And if today is the 6th, and if Jared Kushner told Donald Trump to use 60 tomahawk missiles, and if you add 60 and 6, that's 66. On the 6th, that's 666. Any way you look at it, whether they use 66 tomahawk missiles on the 6th of April, or whether they use 60 tomahawk missiles on the 6th of April, any way you look at it, the Antichrist is putting the number 666 right in your face. I am convinced that this man is evil. Evil beyond evil, because he has such the softest face, the weakest, most feminine, softest face, with little dimples that represent weakness, dimples in his cheeks, dimples in his chin. He's probably got dimples on his ass. This man is Satan walking among us. I am convinced that he is the Antichrist. And the season of sacrifice is among us. The season of sacrifice is here in front of our face, as Donald Trump thrust us into World War III at the behest of the Antichrist, who sits right beside him on his right side. Lord, help us. Lord, help the world. Lord, help America, because our country has been taken over by the devil, the Satanist, worshiping bastards that they are. We are in treacherous times. I tell you, these are treacherous times beyond belief. I am convinced that Jared Kushner is the Antichrist.
The Lord. He controls it all. But at this point, he's going to let man come to the brink of destruction. And he's going to come in here into this kingdom of Babylon and rock it, destroy it, and show man once and for all who is in control. Guys, we're there. Are you ready? It's a heads up. Be safe.